Hello everyone, this is Mac here and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel which is called Mac Vlogs, which you all know about. So before we proceed with our today's live session, I would like you all to subscribe, share and like this video so that you can connect with my awesome guest with a great topic. The topic what we have chosen is what my body has to say. So I think that we're going to be finding out how our body reflects and how it conducts and how it really gives us the signals that are we in the better position or are we having anxieties, are we having mental issues, whatever. The bodies are giving us the signals. So let's find out from the expert lady sitting in front of me, Hyesha Barrett, my old friend, the sweetheart angel. You all know her, I guess, by the few podcasts which we have conducted. So today we have another new guest got by Haysha. Her name is, hopefully I pronounce it correctly, is Shazan. Am I right?
Shaznane.
Shaznane, absolutely, yes.
Shaznan. Sorry, Shaznan. Sorry again. So welcome to Mac Vlogs, Shaznan, for today. So welcome, ladies. Let's begin to enjoy this wonderful session of ours with the topic of yours. So who would like to give it a go? Haysha, you or Shaznan, you?
I'll go ahead first. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Mac, for having us. Thank you so much for giving us the privilege to be back on your show, on your platform. We
Thumbs
absolutely
up.
love Mac Vlogs. So thank you so much for having us here today. Shaznan is an amazing gut expert. She is a great friend of mine as well, and I learn from her on a daily basis. I myself have received healing, and we eat breakfast together all the time, and I see the good foods that she eats and the good probiotics that she puts into her stomach. So she is such an inspiration. So I'm so glad to have her on the show here today. Thank you so much, Shaz, for being a part of this show. And honestly, it's really about connecting and making the audience of Masroor understand more about the connection between our heart, our heads, and our guts. Our gut is our second brain, isn't it, Shaznan? So it really does affect the way that our bodies act. It really does affect our mental health, affect our anxiety levels as well. So please, Shaznan, explain to us a little bit about what you do and what led you down this path, first of all, to want to get into gut health, understanding.
Oh, Aisha, thank you so much for your lovely introduction. I'm still a student, so I can't consider myself an expert. But it always, this field of getting into healing gut, the body, it's always start with a deep pain. And then you go into a quest of understanding the meaning and the learning of this pain. Yeah, so I will reveal my a disease and an addiction that I suffered for many years, which I'm very happy to talk about, and Aisha knows about it. I suffered for many years of bulimia, so it's food addiction. It's an eating disorder issue, and along with that, you always go through certain repetitive pattern in your life where you feel like the pain is always worse and worse and worse until the point in your life where you're like, stop, enough of this pain.
Yeah.
My intellect, my brain understands, but my body is still feeling the pain. So what's going on? I believe in God, I believe in the universe, and I also do believe that nothing comes for no reason, and there's always a way to liberate yourself. So my journey started like that. So as Aisha said, very recently I decided to study that body, to understand the intelligence of that body. So and obviously it started with a major event that created such a deep pain in me. I decided to understand the physical aspect through the gut, to understand why my addiction was impossible for me to be released. I was having this addiction even though my life was great. And the second part of my study is understanding the cellular memory of the body. So what I understood is that our body is made of like three main layers, if I have to summarize. We have the physical layer, then we have the emotional layer, and then we have the energy layer, or the mind, or the spirit layer. So any pain will affect all these layers. So I hope here I'm clear. But what I understood is that any pain that is physically felt in the body, yeah, like heartbeat, palpitation, a sleepless night, migraine, any sort of disease or symptom is just a reflection of a psychosomatic imbalance.
Right. So would you say that thank you so much for explaining that, Shaz. Would you say that there are repetitive patterns that keep on repeating within the body? And so what would you say those are, and how can we understand those more in order for us to heal ourselves?
Yes. So repetitive patterns, Aisha, is a word that you and me understand. A repetitive pattern, and all of you and all of us will go through that in life. No matter how clever we are, we will go through repetitive pattern. It's basically something that you have felt in your childhood that you're not even aware of. That it's like a deep emotion that will be imprinted in you. And for some reason in your life, you're going to attract events, people who will make you feel the same emotion or the same pain. And no matter what you do in life, no matter where you go, how much you've studied, no matter your background, you will always feel in your life that, oh my God, I've gone through that, the same thing again and again and again. I'm attracting the same man, I'm attracting the same woman, like again, it's the same situation that is coming back in my life. This is a repetitive pattern. Does that sound familiar to you?
For me, very much so. I keep on seeing those repetitive patterns repeat themselves continuously. So yeah, I do have that.
Agreed.
What about you, Mac? Have you also
Agreed.
experienced it?
Totally agreed. Totally agreed. Totally
Yeah.
agree. I'm enjoying.
The man,
I'm just listening. I'm just into too much what she's saying. I'm just trying to understand everything so patiently.
like a program where like you just switch the button and then the software just like is on, activated again, and it feels like you don't have control over it.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
know that it's not
Mhm.
my fault. It's not my fault. Like as Shaznan, I didn't want that situation to come back, but it's like my body is only attracted to what he knows.
Mm.
And my
Mm.
journey, that I attracted the same event again and again and again. And it was like,
Mm.
it's my body seems to have its own intelligence, its own knowledge,
Yeah.
its own way
Right.
to comprehend, and it's beyond my mind, it's beyond my thought. There is a
Mm.
program here that is repeating again and again how to
Mm.
deactivate that software, how
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
unlearn. And this is what the repetitive pattern comes to tell you, that hey, there is something that has not been expressed here. So what I've understood is that anything that is not expressed is imprinted like a tattoo. It's crystallized.
Yeah.
And anything
Yeah.
that you're going to put the light on, like consciousness, like thing at a very deep level, will keep on coming back again.
So how do we shift that, Shaznan? How do we shift that sort of like cellular, because the information that's been ingrained in us from such a young age, it's like, yes, we have these repetitive patterns, yes, we are aware of them, but what's something that we can be, that we can possibly do? Is it better foods? Is it more probiotics? Is it being more in touch with our gut issues? What do you think it is, according to what you've been learning and what you've been understanding about the cellular bioresonance?
Yes, I mean, this is a beautiful journey to liberation. Because obviously, like anything in life, it has a solution, it has a way. And the way is always through the meaning. Once you understand the meaning or the learning, it's never going to come back. You're fully healed. But this, if people have to remember one thing from this whole podcast and everything I'm going to say, it's this one sentence, that you can truly, truly heal if you heal in the body itself, not in the mind, not in the intellect. It has its own function, but when it comes to healing, it starts within the body. So how do you do that? Well, this is a $1 million question because if I would not suffer anymore. I can only talk about my personal journey. My own personal journey started with radical self-love. Radical self-love. It means that you have to look at this body as a sacred temple. Like it's a perfect machine that has ever been created by God. Yeah. There's nothing in this body that does that is not perfect. So if you fall sick, for example, or if you feel any pain, it has a reason. And your body only sends you symptoms just to communicate with you. Once you understand that, you've understood something really, really big here.
Yeah. It's not only, I love what you said there. I love what you said there, Shaz, because we often try to intellectualize it. We often try to analytically, logically, go through in our logical brain, rightfully so, because that's what we've learned to do, and that's how we are as people, to try and analyze things from our right hemisphere of the brain. But if we engage more with our left hemisphere, to be more engaged creatively, to be more in tune with our bodies, to actually really tune in and to understand, okay, what are you trying to tell me? Like really zone into our bodies, to our gut, to where the pain is. I think that's where the answers can lie, right? But often we don't do that. We try to shut our bodies off. We're very much in our heads, and we don't listen to what our bodies are telling us.
We're confused.
Absolutely, Aisha. Yeah. So here are like different levels I would invite people to explore. If you have like a physical pain, you have to tackle it at a physical level. Like you have to go to the doctor, you have to take care of your gut, like leaky gut, migraines. I deal with that on a daily basis. So I have to give people, let's say, physical remedies. This is the one part. But then I invite people to go a little bit beyond the physical remedies and to go to quest to listen to your body. The moment you do that, you just listen to what your body has to say, you will reach a point of true bliss. True bliss. It's when people often talk about connect yourself, this is what it is, and it just requires listening. And this is a method that I'm actually learning. It's called the cellular bioresonance. And it's so beautiful. Basically, it just teaches you that our body is, okay, this is very interesting. Our body is made of information and energy. And when you go to all the sacred book, it only talks about that. So once you understand that you're beyond you're more than your physical appearance, and inside of this there is information and energy, and that enables me to feel you or to feel anyone. Yeah, it's because there's something beyond our physicality that connect us. Once you understand that, you understand that the body has its own way to express, and it's purely vibration. It's purely vibration. Yeah. So in bioresonance cellular, we basically just touch the body, and then we will feel like stress through the muscle. We will like go and we will just explore the body, and we will sense some stress level. Yeah. And here we're going to going to realize that, oh, okay, here's a little bit of stress that is stored. And the stress is provoked by an emotion that has been created a knot. And that emotion is what we have to unravel. Does that make sense? Clear?
Yeah, that's like it's like the
Absolutely.
blockages in the body. The
Yes,
complete
exactly.
blockages, right? That is not allowing the smooth flow
Yes.
of, you know, for our heart to pump better, for our digestive system to flow better. That's why a lot of us have, you know, IBS problems, irritable bowel syndrome, or a lot of us have gastroenteritis, because we're not really in touch with our bodies. And then we think, oh, we have a lot of anxiety around that, but actually it really is because all the information is stored in our body. Yeah, it's all stuck there, that we need to find some way of releasing that. So Shaznane, you honestly, you obviously believe that the body holds the key to understanding. Then I'm assuming.
Yeah, I would like to give you people to be able to relate. A lot of people here in Oman have like gut issues. I don't know about Pakistan, but like constipation, heavy constipation, or leaky gut, or now we have something called Crohn's disease, where you can't eat a lot of food, and then we have like tumor in the gut. And whenever I listen to a patient, after some time, the person says, "Oh my God, I could not digest what happened to me."
Yeah.
Like you just said it. You just said it. You could not digest an event or what someone told you, or what your husband, your parents have told you, and you have not been able to express the pain, and you're holding the pain. Where does the pain go? The pain has to go somewhere. The pain is stored, the emotion is stored because you couldn't express it, and then it turns into a disease. And the disease is just telling you that, hey, there was an emotion here that just kept on coming back again and again, and you're not listening to it. Wake up. I'm sending you a symptom right now. This is the best way for people to understand. And the moment you're like, oh my God, yes, that my father told me that last time, and I just couldn't go to the toilet. I just couldn't. I was just constipated.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
person realizes, and just like a few days later, or like a week later, there's no more constipation. Of course you help. You help with prebiotic, probiotic. You're giving the body like good nutrients, all of this. But then you also help the person to release emotion. And it's like
Yeah.
you know, like the bottle of a champagne. It's just like, and it's over. The pain is no longer there. It doesn't have to come back.
Yeah.
So what we do basically in a nutshell, we 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 allow the body to express through words. I'll give you another example just for you to understand. Last time I had a client who told me something so deep. She says, I feel that I have no existence and no worth. And Aisha, you will relate to that. Because as a life coach, I have a lot of people who say, oh, I'm ignored, I'm abandoned, I'm rejected. You know, these are like words that come from within. These are words that are felt in the heart. Yeah, it's not here, it's felt here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
majority of the patient coming with overweight issues, physical symptoms, uh, what does it say? What does it tell us? That something has been crystallized within us. So what I've understood deeper than that, if you want to go deeper than that, our body is made of cells, right? We're made of cells. And those cells, the beauty is that they have a consciousness. These have a brain, they have a reproductive system, they have a gut, and they have a memory. You see, so each cell of our body has a memory. It has its own way, and this is what we're going to reinform, release, form, and re-educate. And
Yeah.
all of this happens within the body.
Beautiful. So it is not only a an information highway, let's say, where it holds all the information and memories of the past. We can definitely, like, no one's broken, right, Shaz? We know that. A lot of us feel that it's the last hope sort of thing. But if the first thing is awareness, being aware of it is key. And then going, okay, cool, this is why I have these aches and pains, that even though I've gone to the doctor and they've said that I've got a clean bill of health, there's nothing wrong with me, why do I still have body pains? Why do I still have stomach aches? Why am I still not being able to go to the toilet? Why is that? And because, as you said, it's all stored in the cellular memory of our cells, of our body. It's so deep inside of us that logically we can't understand that. So I love what you've been saying. It's so true. And it's such a deep concept as well, though, that I think that sometimes people might find it a little bit, hard to understand there. But I feel like there's a lot more science that's coming out around it, right, Shaz? There's a lot more, they have been proven now that, like, the latest scientific studies in quantum physics have now proven that our body is made up of energy and information.
Absolutely. And I mean,
Absolutely.
beautiful to me, Aisha. I would like just uh, to say something to the audience. Okay, in Oman, majority are from an Islamic background, and I guess in Pakistan, majority of the audience
Yeah.
Muslim. And I read the Quran because I'm Muslim myself. I'm not here involving any religion, but I would like to talk from people's reference perspective. And
Perspectives.
yeah, I'm sorry, I have a very French accent, so I'm sorry if
No,
you.
it's a beautiful
And
No.
okay,
Keep on going.
so very often in the Quran, I only know the Quran. I've never read the other book. It often says, recall, remember, people of understanding. It always asks to remember and to recall, as if the whole knowledge is already within you. How beautiful is that? So the quantum physics that has such a hype now is just confirming things that were known in the past. It's just a confirmation. It's not a discovery of things
Mm-hmm.
that from the dawn of human time we've known and we have understood intuitively. So basically what quantum physics says is that what I've just said, that our thought creates. So we are more than, let's say, we are at the same time a physical appearance, we are an energy, and we're information. This is what quantum physics says, basically. The quantum physics says also that I will try to make it like in this very, very simple manner because it's a very, very deep subject. Whatever vibrates within the human body vibrates in the entire universe. And this is not like a woo-woo thing. This is a scientific study. And what it tells you is that our body is made of consciousness. So the consciousness is not created by the brain. The brain is just that vessel that allows consciousness to think in the physical reality. So basically, when you have a pain, when you have fear, you feel it in the body. It's scary. Until the moment you bring your consciousness is like just light. It's just like, oh my God, yes. Oh, wow. Consciousness comes and brings light into the pain, the fear, the unknown, right? Through the understanding of the brain. And then it's like where transformation happens. So basically quantum physics just explains that there is the physical reality and then there's the energy. What brings these two together is consciousness. It's what link our, let's say, the spirit and the physical reality.
Beautiful.
So that
I love that.
Two can be combined, can be, let's say, interlinked. I don't know if they hear what I'm saying. It's a bit deep, it's a bit philosophical.
I do. I think it's amazing. I think what you're saying is so, you brought it down to a simple term for us to understand that from a level that is so, so interesting as well. The fact that, the consciousness is all we need to have, like, that understanding, really, for our bodies to actually have some sort of movement, otherwise it's stuck, and we don't want that stuckness there. We have to have some fluidity, right? Some sort of, like, otherwise it's some sort of imbalance, and that's why we often feel imbalanced.
And
Beautiful.
I would like to add something here that is very important, because it seems complicated. It's just self-awareness and self-knowledge. So there is this Greek philosopher called Socrates. I don't know how to say that in English. He said something. Yes, thank you. He said, when you know yourself, you'll know the gods and the universe around you. That's it. That's what consciousness is. It's just about self-knowledge, self-awareness. How simple, deep, and beautiful it is. I mean, that's what your work is about. And that's what I'm trying at my level to do as well.
It's an easy concept to say, just be more self-aware, just be more in tune with your emotions. It's something so easy to say, but it's so difficult to do. But it's very simple. It's so simple, isn't it? It's just the more self-aware we are, the more in tune we are with our bodies, the more we understand our emotions, the more we can heal our own blockages. It really is that way, but the thing is, it's so difficult to do because a lot of us are stuck in our heads the whole time. If we change that thought, we will change the feeling, but the problem is we think that we are our thoughts, but we're not. We change the thought, we change our feeling. And I understand having that feeling is very, very strong. It's very powerful. It can stop us in our tracks. It can stop us from moving forward. Fear is something that is very, very, it's very, very, arresting. It stops us. Yeah. But if we change that thought, it's a matter of just changing it. Then we can change that fear into, actually, I'm going to take one step forward. I'm going to put myself out there a little bit more, understand myself a little bit more, be more self-aware. So I think it's a beautiful concept, and I think it can be done as long as people are willing to do that, and as long as they want to have some change. I think that's also key. Are you happy the way that you are? Okay. But the majority of us are not. We're not. We're complaining a lot. We're upset. We don't understand the aches and pains in our bodies. So we want to have some relief. So as exactly what you said, Shaznane, the self-awareness is really, really the first thing to change. Beautifully said.
And
I think it also matters. I think it also matters. Sorry if I can say something. It also matters that how we perceive ourselves by saying, I need to or I want to.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I would phrase that, if you allow. We should start by saying, I'd love to. That we breathe.
I love to.
Love. I'd love to.
But that emotion and that feeling of saying I love to would need to come with a positive mindset, I would suggest.
Radical self-love. But Hyesha would agree with me that the first simple step we could advise people is to just pay attention to your feelings and your thought, because they're very interlinked. Yeah, your thought can create your feelings that will eventually turn into choices. And sometimes there's certain event that will come, you will feel it. Just pay attention. Just write it down. Oh,
Yeah.
what does that make me feel?
Yeah.
What does that make me feel? Why am I feeling? Where is it in my body? And that simple thing, I promise you, I have you, it will go. It will not stay. Aisha will
Yeah.
really agree with me. If you just stay in the
100%.
pain,
Yes.
escape
Yeah.
it. Use and don't block that feeling or that sensation. After 2-3 minutes, it's just gonna go.
It's so true. It's so true. All your body is, the pains in your body. Sometimes it's the messages there are just so loud and clear, but we don't give it time. We don't want to sit down. Yeah, we're running away from things. We're always trying to just try and analyze it or just push it underneath the rug or dismiss it. But you're right, Shaz. Just spending the time, 3 to 5 minutes even, can help. Some deep breaths, connection to your body, connection to your, exactly, putting your hand on your heart, putting your hand on your belly, just really
Relieve
bringing
yourself.
that, yeah, relieving
Relieve
yourself.
yourself.
Absolutely. Our breath is so important, that so many of us
Excuse me.
as well. And yeah, it is key. It's one of the key things to radical self-love and to radical change, for sure. Absolutely.
And I love Aisha's work because she's doing this on a daily basis. And I know people that Aisha is helping. They testify, they witness that at a point in their life where they were at the worst, you were there, just giving them simple steps, and they could stay afloat, not go into heavy depression.
Yeah.
I think you'll agree with me, Aisha. The solution is simple. The moment we
I
understand
agree.
what solutions are God is simple. God
Yeah.
is not complicated. Life is
No,
not complicated.
it's not.
Our
We complicate it. We overcomplicate it. Yeah.
ego complicated.
Overthinking.
Yeah, too much overthinking, too much in our head. If we were just, instead of doing, if we were just being, if we just were just being, right? Just be with ourselves, be with our bodies, just be with people around us, be with the world, be with God. Instead of thinking of doing, I think we'd be in much better places. So yeah, it is key to move forward.
And for the Islamic audience, I'm sorry, I'm not here preaching again, but
Don't
I
worry.
agree
Don't worry. You think
because
the way you like to. Don't worry about the world because they have their own ways to think about. So nobody's going to say anything. Forget about them. Just be who you are. That's what the main idea is all about.
oh, that's amazing. So I'll be free to speak then. So the whole idea of religion is just to feel compassion, it's to feel ourselves. That's the main
Feel the
purpose,
connectivity with the God. Feel the connectivity.
and the God within.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And the
it's
fears which comes in our lives are also one of the ways and the reasons that we are away from the God in terms of the connectivity.
absolutely very well said. Very well said. And that anyone can relate, whatever faith. Yeah.
Yeah, because also religion is not only connecting to God, it's spirituality, right? It's also
Hmm.
understanding who your
Yeah.
essence is. It's your inner truth, it's your inner wisdom, it's the light inside of us, which I believe is just such a beautiful power. It's so powerful. If we just connect with our truth, we would find all the answers, right? We would find all the answers inside of us. It's just a matter of just connecting to ourselves. It really is that. And then all the whole thing about self-validation comes in, self-love. We don't need other people to validate our truth, to make us feel better. We have our own self-love inside of us. And that's coming back to what this podcast is about, like listening to our bodies, listening to what our bodies have to tell us. Because at the end of the day, our bodies want us to thrive, not only survive. Our bodies want us to thrive. And if it is holding on to blockages, is because it's trying to give you a message So if we connect to ourselves more and really tune into that pain, what are you trying to tell me? What is there that I'm not understanding in my body? You will find answers. And it's not through taking pills. I mean, sometimes they do help, sure, but it's not through that. It is through doing, the deep breathing, through the grounding, through eating root foods, through acupuncture, acupressure, doing all of these things that really align with
Yoga,
yoga, all of
meditation, all
these
those
things, right?
things important.
Yeah,
And above all, I would say love your body.
absolutely.
Totally.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
go into like a friendship relationship with your body. Just you like treat it like as it's a friend. It's here to help you in this path on earth. Yeah. It doesn't want to go against you. Yeah. So the moment you understand that this is your best friend, it just want to
Mhm.
talk, say, hey, just come back to balance. Come back
Yes.
to come back to love. You're just like out of balance right now. If you understand it this way, then you will start like loving yourself. And Aisha will agree that the path to self-love is just like understanding your fear, understanding your self-sabotage, understanding your repetitive pattern, saying that hey, something is here, going into getting in tune with your body. And only when you do that, start like falling in love with yourself. Oh my God,
Yeah.
better. Even my pain is not painful.
Yes. Yes. So beautifully said. So, so, so true. So true.
And then you become like, I would say, yeah, allow me to say that you almost become a divine human, which means that you just feel compassion, absolute compassion for yourself, and then you have absolute compassion for others.
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. I love it. I've got chills thinking of it. Absolutely. Thank you so much,
Cheers of
Shazna.
applause for the new
And thank
guest on
you,
Mac
Mac.
Vlogs.
My
Thank you
dearest,
for
dearest.
us. Thank you, Mac. Really appreciate it. And thank you,
It was an
Shazna, for
honor. Yeah, it
beautiful
was an
insight.
honor.
Thank
It
you.
was an honor to hear you and understand from the great expert like you how we should be loving our bodies and understanding the signals coming from the body that
Yeah.
if we don't take care how things can go in a wayward or the wrong way and we will be in disasters. So thank you so much for sharing the vast knowledge of yours and adding value in telling the people and the audience around through the MacVlogs platform that what your body has to say if you don't listen, but you have to understand your body.
Beautiful. Yes. Great summary. Thank you, Mac. Thank
That's
you.
my great.
Thank you.
That was my conclusion. Well, I didn't have to say much today because I was more of a listener today. So I wanted to listen and understand and accept what the great lady has to say today, my new guest, and I welcome her on MacVlogs as a new guest now. So she's going to be part of MacVlogs for future, like how Aisha has become the regular member. I would say I think she owns Mac Vlogs now. So yeah, so next time I won't be here, she can conduct the host and she can become the host on Mac Vlogs for all her guests if she would like to bring along. I would definitely like to listen and become an audience to change the perspectives, the mindsets of myself and the people out there if they don't understand exactly what I'm trying to convey the message by connecting wonderful people like you all.
Thank you so much, Mac. Really appreciate it.
My
Thank you,
pleasure.
Shazna.
So
Thank you.
before I go, I'm sure Heisha knows about it. So guests shares, I will share it in a short form. Shares, just give a positive message out there for all the people, your followers, Heisha's followers, my followers, so that they can start subscribing Mac Vlogs and we can keep on bringing you for different topics so that we can keep on adding value. So a positive message from your side and Heisha, then you can conclude in the end. Go ahead.
Sure.
I don't know if it's a positive message, but I would end by saying, man create thought and woman manifest. So it's like co-creation work, and we are like a perfect, almost perfect balance of men and women energy here in the podcast. Um, I just want to end by saying that search for deep meaning in life, and then share whatever you've learned. And this is the path to love.
Beautiful. So true.
Beautiful.
It's
Beautiful.
true. Thank you
Over
so
to you,
much.
Hyesha. You can conclude.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Shaznane, again, and thank you so much, Mac, for having us. We will hopefully come back again for another inspiring and motivational show, because I think the more knowledge we spread and share, the more aware we can be. And I think it all starts by that. So thank you so much again. And anyone who is listening, please subscribe to Mac Vlogs, because he's amazing, and to also spread that to all of our friends as well. So thank you. Thank you again for hosting us, and see you soon.
Thank you. Keep those smiles on, ladies. It looks great on you, because the smiling effect really helps the body to give us the signals that we are positive people. So keep smiling and keep everyone happy around you, and God bless you and your families. Everyone, go and connect with these awesome ladies, because they bring the change and they add value in your life to make it a better place to live, because this world is already going through destructions and issues all around. So let's make it a positive way by adding value, by connecting. So go and connect with them. Their details are in the description section to be connected by. Thank you, ladies. I wish you
Thank
all
you
the best for your future
so much.
goals and your endeavors. And I'm always here for you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.